When we started working about payment reconciliation with AI, we are able to reach almost 100% right now. Of course, it's also for the financial institutions operators.
They spend a lot of time telling their clients or advising that their clients they should use artificial intelligence AI.
So the challenge is to be first, so not to fall asleep behind the wheel. We need to be sure that we are implementing right solutions right now and to make sure that we are heading in the good direction.
I'm Dipesh Patel, editor at Treasury Payments. Greetings from Lisbon. Today we're at the FCI 58th annual meeting. I'm delighted to be joined by regular guest Karol Leszczyński from Comarch, and today we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence from a very different angle. Karol, welcome. Could you please introduce yourself? Who are you? Where are you from? And what does Comarch do?
Thanks for having me here. My name is Karol Leszczyński. I'm product development manager at Comarch. We are a software house from Poland with around 5,000 people on board. So we are specializing in software for financial institutions, insurance, healthcare, ERPs, and other products.
Thank you very much. So 5,000 people changing and transforming financial services and many other services, but from a tech perspective. Now, let's focus on factoring. Tech companies, they spend a lot of time telling their clients or advising that their clients they should use artificial intelligence AI. But I want to ask a different question. What is Comarch doing within its own walls in terms of AI and ensuring you're an AI-first company delivering AI-first technology to your clients?
It's a very good question. In a company like ours with 5,000 people on board, it's quite a challenging task to implement AI because we need to remember that there are different professions in our company. So we need to be sure that each person will use a proper tool, because I will use a different tool than a programmer, than a developer, and than analysis. So it's very challenging, but I think the most important job to do at the beginning is to start educating those people. What AI can give us, what are the risks, what are the opportunities using AI. So what we did actually is we created an AI Academy. So there are 4 levels that you need to pass in our company. Every person, including a CEO, need to be well trained. So we are already after 2 parts of this AI Academy, and we are waiting for third and for the 4th part of certification in this case. So to sum it up, I think the most important thing at the beginning is education and choosing the right tool.
Okay. And what's been the feedback from some of those employees? Have they embraced the academy and they're now starting to use those tools and technologies? Has there been resistance?
The most important thing, feedback right now, is that they are able to work more efficiently. Mm-hmm. For instance, developers that used to write simple code right now can give it to AI and focus on the more sophisticated job right now. And in case of data analysis, this is the same story with our analytics. So I think the feedback is positive right now. Of course, there was at the beginning maybe scared. They were scared that they will lose their job or something, but nothing like that happened.
Yeah.
I think they are working in more productive way right now, as me as well. So I think right now the feedback is very positive.
So it's not necessarily about efficiency, it's about creating a better product.
Of course.
And actually, many of those employees are using artificial intelligence to better what they are producing, focus on the deeper, more meaningful problems and looking for solutions. I think what's really interesting is Comarch have started exploring AI in payment reconciliation on the Comarch platform. Can you talk about what that actually entails with regards to factoring? And crucially, where does the human still have to interact? Because I presume you don't let AI loose on your rails.
In case of our product, Comarch Factoring Platform, we started with payment reconciliation. But of course, before we started development, we asked our clients, what do they think will impact the system the most? Which module will AI can impact the most? And the answer was the payment reconciliation, because right now we have like an efficiency of 90%. So 90% of the invoices are automatically matched in our system, but there's still a gap of 10%. So of course it depends on the scale. So when we started working about payment reconciliation with AI, we are able to reach almost 100% right now. So of course it's also for the financial institutions operators. They will open their system and they will have like an information from AI that this payment should be matched with this invoice. But of course, what you mentioned is the so-called human in the loop. So we still do not recommend to AI to do all the work automatically. We want AI to give an information for the operator, and at the end of the day, it's still a human decision.
Yeah, factoring is one of the most age-old financial products, and you mentioned a future where factoring platforms don't even need to have a dashboard. You can interact with these platforms just by conversation. Imagine a world where agents are the ones running backwards and forwards 24/7, giving live updates on real-time ratings, fraud flags, portfolio risk. What do we need to do to get to that stage as an industry? And are we still quite far off that yet?
I think we are still quite far, but this is the future. I truly believe that when we are working on software, we should remember about the new generation that is coming by storm. I'm 100% sure that most of the young people will never enter a financial building institution in their whole life. They will do everything from phone, from the laptop, from the computer. So we need to be prepared for this. But also we need to remember about the older generation. So this is quite challenging for us. But I truly believe that the next generation of software will be pure conversation with the system, because we are getting used to have a dashboard with so many informations right now. But we are also living in the world that there is much more data to analyze and less time for a decision, because people will expect a real-time decision, real-time rating, real-time money in the bank account. They will not be willing to wait 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks for a decision. A few years from now, we will have a software that it will be a pure conversation. You will see like a white screen, and you will ask a question about the debtor, about some reports, and then you will receive exactly information you need at the time.
So I believe a celebration is in order. 20 years since the inception of the Comarch factoring platform.
Yes.
So huge congratulations there. And here we are in Lisbon with 400 FCI members from 90 different countries, all talking about the central theme of what is the future of receivables finance. So my question to you, Karol, is in 20 years' time, what is the future of receivables finance, and what does the industry need to do to get to that North Star in 20 years' time?
I truly believe that 20 years from now, no one will speak about AI. We will get used to have AI in our software, in our cars, in our house, everywhere. So the challenge is to be first. So do not to fall asleep behind the wheel. We need to be sure that we are implementing right solutions right now, and to make sure that we are heading in the good direction. And we are able only to do this with pure conversation with our clients, with asking their clients about their needs, what they would like also to have in their system. We need to ask if we are heading into a good direction, because at the end of the day, they are navigating through our system on the daily basis.
That was Karol Leszczyński, Product Development Manager at Comarch Factoring Platform here in Lisboa at the FCI 58th Annual Meeting. Karol, thank you very much.
Thank you.